Hello everyone, hope you're all safe and well. Welcome to this program, Read Your Bible Through in a Year, and we are on day 43. Today we will be reading chapter 13 from the book of Leviticus, and in the Gospel according to Matthew, in the New Testament, we will be reading chapter 26, verses 26 through to 50. As I told you in yesterday's recording, we are really sorry that there is a bit of time lag in uploading this program due to time constraint. We are hoping to resolve this. It is because of this we have temporarily suspended the Tamil program. We will be continuing that shortly once all this is settled. We are hoping to continue doing this. We don't want to stop any of our programs, especially the English one. We are almost in the third book in the Old Testament, and 43 days ahead. So please bear with us until everything is resolved. But in the meantime, as I told you, I will try to upload at least one preaching in Tamil once a week, so that channel keeps growing. Now, today, let's go straight to the reading. Before I forget, don't forget to click on the bell icon if you have not done so. Please do, so you will receive your reminders and notification. Also, please subscribe to this channel. Our subscription keeps increasing. That is a very good news. And also, please share this link to your friends and family so they will be blessed as well. Okay, today's reading, chapter 13 in the book of Leviticus. This is very important. Today we are reading about the various regulations about infection of skin disease. Just a brief note about that. The skin disease was treated as a very serious condition in the Old Testament. In the Old Testament days, especially if you're a leper, you will be cast out of the city, and we will be reading about that in the later books as well. So infection is treated very serious. In some cases it was punishment from God, or it was a curse. So you need to read this chapter very carefully. That's why even when Jesus in his days, when he's healing a leper, usually they are outcast from the city. So they have to, once if they are healed, they have to go to the high priest and show themselves and have to make offerings, the sin offerings, etc. It was considered as a sin if a man or if a man is born blind or lame. It's considered as either he committed some sin or his parents or his forefathers committed sin. That's why you also read the Pharisees and Sadducees bringing a blind man or sick man, asking him who sinned. Did he sin or his parents sin? So all these things happen. So I need you to go through. It's quite a long chapter, so that's why we are reading only one chapter today. But I want you to go through. There are subsections to that, like for example, burns on the skin, and if it is reddish, what you should do, and a boil on his on the skin, what he should do. And there are subsections to that. There are about I've counted about 12 various kinds of skin diseases which is mentioned here. I want you to go through individual. I might be wrong. I need you to go through each disease and what are the conditions that it has to be healed and treated under. Also we are talking about mildew. It's a kind of very contaminated or infectious disease, and it is so severe that it can also spread to the clothes and articles, even to the walls, the houses, etc. So this is quite a serious one. This is once if this is there, usually they usually burn down the house, or it's a form of leprosy kind of thing. So the people will be asked to stay out. They will not be allowed to enter the city. So they will have a separate place. If you have watched the movie Ben-Hur, you will see the Valley of Lepers. Towards the end of the movie, you will see Judah Ben-Hur's mother and sister or lepers in the prison, and when the prison guard confirms that, they say we have to burn down this prison, and they are outcast in the valley of the lepers, where all the lepers live there, and until they are healed, usually it's very rare condition that they will not be healed, they die. But in the worst case scenario, if you're healed, you have to go to the chief priest and show yourself and offer sacrifices. Even in Jesus' times, Jesus heals a leper, and he says, go to the chief priest and show yourself, and do not sin, don't sin anymore. You must have read this. All this happened. So chapter 13 is about the various skin diseases which are happening. The New Testament, Matthew chapter 26, the second part, from verses 26 to verses 50. Now in 26, Jesus predicts Peter's denial, and obviously it's all about the Last Supper continuing, and he takes the bread and says, this is my body, etc. And Jesus predicts Peter's denial, that he will deny 3 times. And also we follow through Gethsemane, and Judas betrays Jesus, and Jesus being arrested. So this is where we start the actual suffering. So Jesus is being arrested, and he's being taken to Sanhedrin. Sanhedrin is where Sanhedrin is not actually a court. It is it's a place where all the Jews, all the high priests, high priest is a person who leads this Sanhedrin. There's a lot of notes about this Sanhedrin, but it will take very long for me to explain what exactly the Sanhedrin means, etc. So it's usually the high priest. It's head by the high priest, and during Jesus' time, it was Caiaphas who was the high priest at the time. It is usually the teachers of the law who will be available in the things. It's usually a Jewish court kind of thing, and from there Jesus is taken to Jesus is taken to Caiaphas. Blasphemy. It's later stages where he'll be taken to Pilate, etc. So the high priest questions Jesus, and also Peter disowns Jesus, and also we read about various trials, the trials that the questions rather which Peter